What's going on, you awesome movie nerds? So, today we've got a couple of things going on. First off, I want to head to the Dollar Tree. I like to check there every so often, every week or so, just to make sure that I don't miss any of the runs going on. So we're gonna head over to the Dollar Tree, and we are also going to oh, we're gonna head over then to Dirt Cheap just to check things out. I've heard I'm pretty big into board games myself, and they have some pretty cool games from what I've heard. Anywho, that's what's on the docket today. So let's go. Into the Dollar Tree we go. Here's the movies. It doesn't look like they have anything new, but I go through here and see. Well, we make sure we don't miss anything. Yeah, these all look like older stuff. A New World Order JFK. A documentary. For sure, there's I got that mobster movie pack recently. Why are half of these turned the wrong way? You can never really look through it. In the Name of Ben-Hur? What in the world? I'm gonna check that out. Yeah, not a whole lot, but there's a few. Alright. Okay, so we picked up a few things. We actually only got two. First off, we've got this JFK docu-series. This looks super cool. I'm excited to check this out. This is a Mill Creek release DVD, and I do enjoy collecting Mill Creek stuff. So not only is it JFK, but it's Mill Creek, and that was super cool. I also picked up In the Name of Ben-Hur. This is apparently supposed to be a sequel to Ben-Hur. Listen, I love the 59 classic. It's 59, right? I love the classic Ben-Hur, 4-hour-long Ben-Hur movie. It's such a good movie. This, I expect to be absolutely terrible. This is just bizarre to me, how something like this got made. Anywho, this should be fun to check out. We're now going to slip on over to Dirt Cheap, see what they got. And there's seriously, like, no one here at Dirt Cheap. This place is empty. They do have 7 Wonders. For 40% off. Not bad, not bad. Hey guys, a Haunted Mansion Funko Pop. Giant Funko Pop, that's cool. Molly, hi, how are you? I was just on my way to see Lady Prox. And there's so much Christmas. Come on guys, we haven't even had Halloween yet. I do like you there. I don't like you there. Alright, well, the camera battery ran out while I was in Dirt Cheap. I did not end up getting anything from Dirt Cheap. Another little bit of a bust, but oh well, oh well. Alrighty then, you know what movie I watched recently? I watched Halloween. So, you know, a horror film classic that I had not checked out until just recently here. It's really good, first off. Like, there is a reason this thing is considered a classic. I thought it was going to be much more slasher film, like person stuck in a house with a killer on the loose for the majority of the film is what I was just kind of assuming it was going to be. And that's not what I got. And I was pleasantly surprised by the story that I did end up getting. It felt like a lazy Friday night. Like, you're staying up late and you don't got work in the morning and you're just, you know, it's just a lazy Friday night. It's just the feeling that this movie gives off to me, accepting that it's also, you have a killer running around the neighborhood. So, there's that as well. Anywho, I super enjoyed it. The one thing I would say is that the kills didn't feel like extremely satisfying to me because it was just waving a knife around or different things. But overall, I enjoyed it. This is one, and also coming off the Saw franchise, this just feels so much more clean, and I enjoyed this much more. Yeah, this is probably one I would pull out on a regular basis and watch. Super enjoyed. So then I watched the second Halloween movie. The story continues, or the night continues. It picks up directly where the first one left off. It even plays a little bit of the last film to intro this film, which I just love that concept. The Planet of the Apes film franchise did the same thing. Back to the Future did this as well, picking up, you know, right after sort of thing. All this stuff is happening to her again, and it's just, man, what a crappy night. Halloween 2 is much more what I was expecting from the first Halloween. The kills were much more satisfying. It was more of a slasher film, or what I would consider a slasher film. It was all kind of take place within the hospital there. They're all kind of trapped in the hospital, and Myers is on the loose running around killing a bunch of people. And yeah, it's really, really good. In fact, I would say probably this one kept its story moving a little bit more than the first ones. I'd probably say I like this one a little bit better than the first. However, you gotta watch both of them like back to back. I feel like that's how these were made, is to watch them simultaneously together. Anywho, one thing I will say is I thought there was a missed opportunity with the sheriff, because in the first film his daughter dies, and I think that could have just been such an interesting character to continue on working with. Instead, they just kind of like, excuse me, sir, your daughter's dead, why don't you go be home with your family? And he just disappears then for the rest of the movie. We get introduced to a new deputy sheriff person who is in charge of the police force now. And I just found that a missed opportunity, I felt. But overall, the second film, super enjoyable. Halloween, they're great, and I would see Saw is not something I would recommend to everyone. Halloween is one that I would definitely turn people on to. So if you haven't seen Halloween, don't be a fool like me. Go find it, go see it, because it's well worth the watch. I bought this at the Dollar Tree for $1 because it came from the Dollar Tree, and that's what stuff at the Dollar Tree costs. It's called yellow popcorn, which I don't understand why it's called yellow popcorn. Why does the color of the popcorn matter? It's not as if it has butter on it. Anywho, I bought this popcorn and I'm just kind of interested to see how it pops and how it does. I consider myself a little bit of a popcorn aficionado, I guess. I enjoy making good popcorn. So, I'm gonna get scissors to open this. We're going to cut this open. We are just going to pop it with air pop it. Get our popping machine here. We're just going to... So we're just going to pop it without any butter or salt or oil, nothing, just air pop, see how the popcorn pops. Move the theater bucket. So, it doesn't really look yellow to me. And, it tastes stale, for one, which is unfortunate. It smells good. Obviously, since it's just air popped, it's pretty flavorless. Size-wise, I think it has a good size and it popped well. So, we're going to use this. And I'm going to show you how I make my popcorn. How to make really, really good popcorn. To make this delicious movie theater style popcorn, you're going to need 3 things. Well, 4 if you include a popcorn popper. You're going to need popcorn, butter flavored coconut oil, and salt. The Favicol, I think is what it's called. I think that's how you pronounce that. Favicol. It might be a Flavicol. Anyway, this is the salt you're going to want. This is what they use in actual theaters, movie theaters. That's the good stuff. That's the key ingredient right here. Now, I don't have measurements. I do 2 lids. How much popcorn is that? I don't know. But what I can tell you is if you get one of these glass microwave popcorn poppers, you're going to want to have the bottom kind of covered, is your goal. But you don't want to have the seeds being stacked on one another. You want it a nice, even covering of the bottom. Next, we add the salt. And again, I just use a spoon because I don't measure this out. I just kind of dump, because I've done this enough. Play around with it to get the flavor that you want. And lastly, we stick the lid on. Oh no, we are out of this delicious. This is what makes it oily and taste really good. And this just helps to clean out the last bits. And again, on this popper, I just fill this cap up with oil. We are clean out of a cocoa nut, butter flavored coconut oil there. I typically put a little bit more in there than that, but that's gonna have to do for this batch. Stick it in the microwave. I put it on 3 minutes because that's what I have figured out works really, really well. So I'd say put it around 3 minutes and listen. That's the best way to get the perfect pop. So popcorn's done. That's what I would call yellow popcorn. Looks much more yellow than this stuff. Movie bucket. So one thing I find to make it easier to get out is just kind of breaking them up. Get a knife, break it up. You could use a fork too. Just see how all that deliciously pops out. And there you go. Perfect movie theater popcorn. Gonna be honest, it has really good flavor because I know what I'm doing. So, yeah. Alright guys, so I got a little bit of time here before heading to work, so I'm going to film my outro now. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you would, please give this video a like. Super helps me out. Consider subscribing, ringing the notification bell, and yeah, doing all that jazz. As always, I love you awesome nerds, and I'll see you in the next one. We out!